Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good whatever time y'all watching this. Say it back. Say it back in the comments because y'all real rude. So we talk about all the things, true crime, criminal minds, and all the things. So in this episode, first of all, I want to start off with, this is an update video because I haven't done any true crime in the last couple of weeks. I'm going to do a 3-in-1. So first of all, I want to talk about this Joel Osteen. I talked about it. No, I actually didn't talk about it. I was about to say I talked about it on TikTok, but I didn't. I actually just posted the video that the lady did. Y'all know, everybody have a social media, so then when somebody commit a crime, you go to social media because you'll find them. But yeah, so she was on social media and she was just rambling on and on about school and kids being friends with teachers on social media. And at the time, her little boy was 3. At the time of the crime, her little boy was 7. So that was exactly 4 years ago. This case went a little bit all over the place because first it was like a criminal that had a child. And then we just didn't know who the child was. Then we found out that the child was actually her child. Then it came to find out that she was transitioning. And nobody knew what the transition was. They didn't know if her being a woman that we seen is the transition, or was she transitioning to be a man in the future. We didn't know at the time. Now we know, which is she was transitioning to be. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm not gonna sit here and say we know, because we still don't know. I'm guessing. Let me say this. I'm guessing, because it seemed like that's what everybody was speculating, was that she was transitioning to a man because she called herself Jeffrey. I just think her little ass was a little criminal, and her ass wanted to change her identity because after you're a criminal and done did so much fantastical-ish, what better way to hide it than to change your name? Anyway, criminals use anything to get away with a crime. Now, let's say if she was, because that's an opinion. That's one of my opinions. FYI, I be having like 16 opinions of one dang on scenario because I'm an overthinker, so I overthink. And I don't know why some people think. People who overthink, I don't know about people that overthink. I can only tell you about me who overthink. When I overthink everything. It has nothing to do. I don't just overthink when it comes to somebody I'm dating. I overthink everything. I overthink everything all across the board. I'm an overthinker. It don't pick and choose what to overthink. So also, she could have been transitioning to become a man. So when I'm resetting my settings again, why we know? How we know? See, we don't know. Oh, except for in the video. I'm gonna insert the video so y'all can hear her talk. So go watch her talk and then we'll come right back.
Good afternoon. My name is Jeffrey Escalante Moreno. Today I would like to talk to you about, are you okay with your kids, your children, your teenagers being friends with your teachers online? A place where one goes and talks personal, backgrounds, history, who knows? Nowadays, social media has become such an icon with pretty much everyone. There's grandparents that have social media accounts nowadays. Even animals have social media accounts. Anyone can create a social media account. It takes nothing but 2 minutes and you're on Instagram, posting pictures of whatever you want. Now, I would like to talk to you on why it's unethical for teachers to become friends with your kids online. For one, I have a 3-year-old son. I do not know how one may feel in 15 years from now regarding the subject I'm going to make today. Although, if it's in the direction we're going thus far, this can get really out of hand quickly. Now, one of my first points that I would like to make in my here today with you guys is that there's many risks on why teachers should not be your friends to your kids online. Now, the number one thing is because there's no record of what's being said. There's no record of what messages. Kids can delete them. There's deleting of now they have Snapchat, where you do a Snapchat and it's gonna automatically delete in seconds. So first thing is that it's all secretive, it's all private. I don't think I would want my 15-year-old son texting his 25-year-old teacher privately. Another point that I want to make here today is the fact that it's also, because it's private, it's secret, there's no way we can trace that. How am I supposed to believe if my son comes and says, oh, my teacher said this to me? I don't know, because there's no way of tracing that. I mean, there's probably some circumstances where you could file a lawsuit, and yes, you could probably get to the bottom of it. Though, is that really going to happen? The other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about today is that since these accounts are so easily created, these accounts can be fictitious. You don't know if this person is really who they are. And what about if your child goes to school where there's a prayer, that you have a teacher that's praying on them? You have a beautiful daughter, beautiful son. Now there's this psychopath of a teacher that likes them. They're going to pretend to be someone they're not just to prey on your child. I don't think that's ethical. Brandon Fox on... So actually, let me start off by saying that there's a Missouri bill that was passed in 2011. It's called SB 54, which actually makes teachers and tells them that they cannot communicate with students electronically nor privately, thus leading that Brayton Fox actually agrees with this, and he believes that allowing teachers to communicate with your children can lead to sexual things. And I totally agree with that, because there's been many cases where teachers have fallen in love with kids, have had children. And actually in Texas, there was an article that was written, and it states that 686 teachers lost their jobs between the 2010 and 2016, 81 cases by 2017. Emma on how schools can stop inappropriate student relationship with children. That's what was said, and it's a proven fact. Okay, now my next point here is the fact that number two, my second point is that since it's untraceable, their children are at risk. There's no place where you can go and say, okay, my teacher said this, or the teacher can defend herself. There's no way. My child can be the one harassing the teacher, or the teacher can be the one. I don't know if my child needs help. I don't know if the teacher needs help. How am I supposed to know if my child comes up to me and he tells me, and how am I supposed to trace this? There's no way of tracing it. And another article written by Daily Dot states, it was written in 2020, and it states that the school districts are pretty much scrambling up. They're trying to figure out a way of how they're supposed to stop this, because they know that there's possible risk, leading back to point one, that there has been possible risks, Now, my third point here today is very, very simple. When you are dealing with online accounts, just like you and I, we may have one. We may have something. We don't want people to know who we really are. We might want to be more open, and we might create an account with a fake name. And this is happening every day. I mean, there has been many studies done where teachers and students have been communicated with each other, and then they find out that, oh, it was the teacher the whole time, or it's just vice versa. And fake accounts are a big thing, because you don't know if this teacher, it's working under a fictitious name, just like they can create that. They can create a fictitious identity. Now you might think I'm going over the top, but what about if that account is by a teacher or someone posing as a teacher, and could be a sex offender, could be psycho, could have killed someone? You'd never know. Well, Alexandra Fleming in 2014 wrote an article on today.com, and she states that adults who communicate may say things to child and preludes to sexual contact. So this means that when a teacher, it's in contact with a young kid, young lady, they become familiar, okay? You don't know if this person is real. You don't know if this person is a killer. All you know that they're going to work their way into your child's life. And then what happens? They're at risk. Another article in the New Times, and I will conclude with this, it states that social media has many educational benefits, and I agree. And then it goes on and states that as well as to keep children safe online, there's a higher risk to keep them safe online. It has a domino effect. Which one do we pick? Are you keeping your kids safe?
So see how she called herself Frederick? This damn lady did not call herself no damn Frederick. She called herself Jeffrey. And then I'm sitting here looking damn dumb and confused. But we know her name is Janice. Who else is in the room? I don't know. I could say I don't know what was the entities of her calling herself Jeffrey. Whether it was to get used to it, I don't know. I cannot say. Nobody that knows her came out and said. So Janice took her ass with her 7-year-old son in her grasp, dilly-dolly her ass up in Lakewood. I was gonna say Lakewood Baptist Church. Girl, I don't know what denomination Lakewood is. I don't know why the hell I was about to say Lakewood Baptist Church like I know them folks Baptists. I don't know what the folks is. Lakewood Catholic Church. Lakewood Church Holy of God. Girl, I don't know. We just gonna say Lakewood Church. Now, she done dilly-dally her ass up in Lakewood Church. Y'all, first of all, at Joel Osteen Church, first of all, girl, mine going 100 miles per hour. I got so many things I'm trying to say. Joel Osteen ass still look good. How? Joel Osteen still look good. Y'all, Joel Osteen was on the TV when I was 2. Joel Osteen was on the TV when I was 2. That man looked the same exact way that he looked it when I was 12 years old, because I watched him from 2 to 12. That man used to always be on TV. Why is this man still look the same? And I don't know nothing about Botox and stuff, but I be hearing folks saying they get Botox or got Botox or need Botox, da 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 da. If that's what Joel Osteen, y'all need to go get Botox from where he getting Botox from. That's how Botox supposed to work. I'm guessing. I don't know what that man got. All I know is that man still look good. That man look just the way. How the heck? You done got 30 years older and you look exactly like you looked at. Let me say this. Please don't nobody come. I mean, I don't care if you do or you don't. It ain't gonna bother me, not now, nerd. But if you have a thing that you know, like you like.
I hate Joel Osteen. He kicked the dog and don't love Jesus for real.
Don't do that in the comment section. Talk to your therapist about it. It's not giving what you think is giving. About it, neither hither nor the other. Talk to your therapist about it so she can give you some advice or either something to take for that. Okay? So anyway, Joel Osteen still. I'm gonna go to Lakewood Church, y'all, one day. I don't know what denomination is. It don't matter to me what domination. Not me saying domination. Anyway, I don't know what domination it is, but I don't really care what domination the church is, baby. Yeah, I go for the fellowship, the messages, and just see. He one of them people that I look at, like, before he even open his mouth, he makes me so happy on the inside. It's like, oh, y'all, he's standing up there behind the police chief, and I was just like, oh, look at y'all. I don't know. He got that thing. His little spirit. To me, for me. I ain't speaking for nobody else, please. Please. Y'all be waiting on a moment to be. The video is negative enough. This lady just walked up in these folks' church. Bling, 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 bling. Up in a church. Let me do the negative part. You can keep it copacetic and cute in the comment. We ain't need that. You know what I'm saying? So if you just got a hatred, you know, some people do have a deep down hatred for people, celebrities, their dog, their mama, their daddy. Please, I'm not going to respond. Don't fuel that kind of thing. Do it on somebody else's video. Like, don't do it on mine. I'm just getting started. Go do that over there. I took her ass up in Joel Osteen Church with a bill. You done went up in these folks' church to set it off. Not to set it off because they was getting money. You went up in these folks' church to cause turmoil and disruption. Now, y'all, they said she had Palestine on the end of her brata. I know it's not coming from a place of love, because love what's the saying? You can't get hate out of love. No, you can't get love from hate. Hatred from hatred get more hatred. Evil is what evil does. Whatever the saying is, you cannot use evil and hate to get love. So if you're trying to show love for anybody or anything or any movement, doing it with hate, doing it with evil, your point is not getting across. You just as evil as the folks you doing it. FYI. And now this baby is laid up in the hospital with pratat wounds because you want to sit here. Why you brought that baby? Why you brought that baby? Matter of fact, you could have left the baby in the car in the parking lot. This, like, what? It's never where y'all brought yourself. You always want to drag others into it and make a big. That's how you know it ain't nothing but evil. Because you decided your ass came from Conroe, Texas. So, if y'all want to know why I said so, it's because somebody's saying, Tina, that ain't how it's pronounced. You done drove your ass from Conroe, Texas, all the way to down here to Lakewood Church to wreak havoc and turmoil. Nothing in you said, let me drop this little boy off somewhere. Nothing in you said, let me leave him in the car. He ain't got nothing to do with this. He's an innocent child. Because you just 4 years ago got through ranting on the internet talking about innocent children. This is what I be saying. People just be talking and y'all just be listening. Because, baby, ain't no way you cared nothing about innocent children being friends with teachers on the internet, and you sat there and took that innocent 7-year-old child, school-age child, in no church, as many people as you could, with a rifle with Palestine written on. Girl, what is you? This is why you have to have things in you, a foundation. It's so easy to get tricked. Y'all so easily get tricked. Somebody say something and y'all just eat it up. Yum, 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 yum. Y'all be ready to eat it up. All the time, they the bad people. They evil. They sitting there telling everybody always da. Y'all be like, oh, they do me. Ready to hop on somebody's side that's in the wrong the entire time. Usually the person that's crying out is the evil. The quiet person is the one that's being hurt. And y'all be so, oh, you deserve better. That's why you stay out folks' business. Get in the business like this, like get in her business. This lady been harassing her neighbors for 2 years. 2 years her neighbors been calling the police on her. She been, when I say harassing, knocking on doors, throwing down. Baby, this lady has been a menace to her neighborhood society. These folks have called Congress. First, you know the Karen's gonna call Congress, the mayor, and a whole host of other folks. These folks done wrote letters. Caused turmoil, and these folks, they done called the police, they done called everybody, and they mammoth. Ain't nobody locked your ass up yet until you get to this point. It's always till you get to this point. So she's 36 years old. She done took her ass to these folks' church doors, and it was somebody at the door. Now Joel Osteen wasn't up there preaching, but it was the, what you call the service? The Spanish service. The service where they speaking in Spanish. So it's the Spanish speaking service. Child. So she come in during the Spanish speaking service, go through the door. It's like a little security guard or what's not. She brata. Oh, you gangster. Baby, he ain't got to let you in. You gonna go and pull it out on him. Oh. Lock up. Well, it actually was the one to the head. Now you know she did. Of course, in these big churches, I don't know why I said of course, because if they got them at these big churches, why they ain't got them at the schools? They had 2 off-duty police officers. Well, one was a police officer and one was something else, child. You know, but 2 police officers. Police is the police. People be like, that's the chief. He worked for the task force. Police. Not doing all that. We're not here for that. So it was 2 off-duty police officers, and they took her life. And the child was injured during the process, and the child is still in ICU, still in the hospital as of now, and still trying to make it, still fighting for his life, which is amazing. Now this heifer done went to the church wearing a trench coat. She pulled up in her little white car. She had a little white, probably a Honda. No, I went there. She pulled up in her little white car, get out in her trench coat with her baby beside her. So the name she was using, Jeffrey, remember, I ain't know, her biological kid, the daddy of the boy, was having a custody battle. Because clearly she didn't, baby, she don't need custody of that child. I mean, we clearly we know, clearly we agree with him. True, she should not have had custody of the child, and they was in a custody battle. And in the custody paperwork, he had her listed as Jeffrey. He used the name Jeffrey, which was inkling to us. It almost had me thinking, child. At first, I thought it was two men, and the man had transitioned into a woman, and maybe the son was adopted, right? But then they kept saying biological son. I'm like, well, if it's biological, I was like, well, then maybe he the daddy that transitioned. Girl, long story short, it ended up being that she a woman, but now she want to transition. Kind of like Bruce Jenner did. You see what I'm saying? Was married as a man, but then now I want to be a woman. So she the opposite. She was married as a woman, now I want to be a man. And we just want to continuously pray, send prayers for the little boy, and hopefully he make it. And I mean, if that's as less devastating, because to me personally, if I don't want him to make it and be in pain and hurting all the days of his life, like whatever the Lord has for him, let that be his will. And then we're going to carry on into the next story. This woman was his foster parent. I know, it should be pissing me off before I even get started telling the story. Because how you offering somebody that's not even yours? Like if you don't get that baby back to the system and say you cannot handle it, why did you pick that baby? I have so many questions in this, it don't make no dang on sense. Because this woman, so her husband called 911. Her husband called 911. It was like, my wife has done something to our foster child. Why this lady in the house, why this man calling 911 and got her hand over his mouth? Like, this man on the phone with 911, she over there like, you done lost your, that's a problem. Yeah, you lost your damn mind. But not in the way that you gonna get away with this. I don't know, because they be letting folks get away with stuff. And that's why y'all keep wondering why. It's because y'all give them excuses. Then y'all get them light treatment for what they do. And then now it's criminals amongst us. There's so many criminals out here. So many criminals that should be locked up. But you know what they do? Get released because rehabilitation works. And then they back out here to wreak more havoc. And then here we go. So anyway, her name is Pammy May. You know how like sometimes somebody you be like, she don't look like she would do something like this. To me, she kind of, yeah, I believe that. But yeah, I'm gonna insert pictures right here so that y'all we got a little space so y'all can see what Pammy May look like. And if she look like an innocent bystanding citizen to you that don't want children, then you let me know what you get from it. But yeah, she looked very, yeah, I wouldn't trust her. Not monitored. She looked like she should be, without a child, personally, she looked like she should be monitored. You know how like adults be having other adults that have to be responsible for them? Pammy made it. I don't know why she don't have I don't know, but maybe that could just be me. But you know, and it's not by her looks. It's just how she looked. Yeah. She looked like she should be monitored. Because I see y'all now, and I know how y'all be thinking when y'all be watching these videos. Y'all be like, Tina, what you mean how she look? She look like she should be monitored. How does that look? Like Pammy May. Pammy May. So if somebody say I'm judgmental, this is probably the part that they talking about. This is directly what they talking about. But really, yeah, this is what they talking about. And I ain't finna say nothing else. This is what they be talking about. But Pammy May, oh yeah. When they said Pammy May, I was like, what up? Yeah, she got the child. Oh yeah, child in danger. If your name Pammy May, sorry. Pammy May, Your mama looked at you. Your mama felt you in her womb and said, Pammy May? How the fuck old is Pammy May? I don't got her age. Anyway, her husband called 911 and said that she said she harmed a foster child and he need the police there immediately. She over there holding his mouth, take his keys, and then dip. So she going by the police. Police pass by her. They see her pass by, but they don't know it's her, the car. He ain't saved. Because of course her hand was over his mouth while he was on the phone with 911. He couldn't say much. He could only say, get the police over here. So she had done left in his car while they on the way to him. They get there. Y'all tell me why this lady. And y'all be like, don't talk about people. She put the baby in a sewer drain. She took that baby life and put him in a sewage drain at 5 years old. Darnell Taylor, he is not even her biological son. Fuck her. That's not that. I know what y'all used to around these parts because I see it. I watch them. I know what y'all used to. This is going to be a whole new little breakdown. Sorry to tell you. Some of y'all going to like it, some of y'all not going to like it. The ones that not going to like it, go ahead and exit out because it don't get no damn better. I ain't even going to cap on that. It ain't going to get no better. Y'all, they ended up catching Pammy May like around about the next couple of days they found her. Because at first, the family and everybody was on social media, the news, media and all that. Everybody was like, Pammy May, please bring him home. Da, 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 da. Please don't harm the child. Please don't harm yourself. Tell us what's wrong. Da, 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 da. But the baby was already in the sewage drain. She already did the deed, and now she wandering around like a goose with her head cut off. So anyway, she walking around in a parking lot. And this is what I like. I like a nosy motherfucker because I'm a nosy motherfucker. That's one. Two, baby, you not bringing that mess to my neighborhood. I'm calling the 411. We don't live by those rules round by here. They all believe like, hey, girl, look, I'm the someone that's come, please call 911. I don't know what this is, but it looks strange. Period. So anyway, she walking around the parking lot. Somebody called 911. Guess who it is? Pammy May ass. Now she wandering around the parking lot. Girl, go your ass to jail. Cause you ain't got to worry about it. Go to jail. 2 days later, around about 9:30 in the morning, walking around the parking lot, somebody had done called in. They went over there, whoop whoop her ass, and then locked her ass up where her ass belong. Now we don't know the outcome of this gonna be, but let me say this. Like I said she looked like she's capable of this. Somebody else may say she looked like, oh, she's not mentally well. I told y'all they give them when she just get 3 years. Pissing me off. You wanna piss me off? Let somebody take somebody's life and you talking about 5 to 10 years for somebody's life. Matter of fact, let her stay free. Cause let the biological mom and daddy give her, let them determine. let me get to her. Crazy say herself. But we gonna get up off that. That's all we know about that. Like I said, she's locked up and sympathies to the biological family and whatnot. His granddaddy and grandmama was on the news and saying how much that they wish they would have got custody of him because they just couldn't because he was 5 years old and they old people. You know, old people can't be running around. I'm 5 years old. Wham, my neighbor and I broke their hip. So they were just saying how devastating it was that now she was missing and da-da-da. And that Pammy was keeping the child from them for the last 6 months, keeping him away from them ever since she got full custody. Girl, because what you was trying to do back then, for the last 6 months, what you was trying to do? Probably, girl, mistreating him and scared he was gonna go over there and tell somebody that he was being mistreated. That's how, girl, anyway. Pray for the family, the biological family, because they is alive, and then we're gonna carry on into the next story. Man went into the leasing department. I just want to say this. I don't know what part in the video. This probably gonna be the end. This probably gonna be the end of the video. But y'all tell me why the man done went up into the leasing office. They said in Westgate Forest Apartments. Girl, why this man done went to the leasing offices? Everybody in the leasing office and then himself. I don't know what y'all gonna do about these leasing prices. But y'all gonna have to do something because folks is losing their mind. Sir, that was not the answer. And what I can say is, like, stop letting the devil use y'all. That's the devil. The devil put that in that man's head for him to do that. I don't know what that leasing officer had told him, but he hadn't came up with his solution to his problem shit. His problem solving skills was zero. Baby, this man then came down to this leasing office and brought everybody up in the leasing office, and then he said, that's crazy. Girl, we gotta do better, be better. But yeah, so the other man that he shot, he just injured, and he did end up being okay. And then it was a couple in there, a man and a woman, and she was pregnant. Suspect told him to get out. It's about, baby, y'all better get out. Baby, you do not have to tell me twice. Baby, what he said on Players Club? If you is not a part of it, please get up the building. Gotta go. Baby, you ain't gotta tell me twice, cause bye y'all. This happened on Richmond Avenue at the West Chase Forest Apartments. I'm sure somebody gonna be down there. They're gonna be like, Tina, that was right up the street from me. I promise, I swear, watch. Yeah, and he offed himself. I don't know what he was going through, but I wanna say this for anybody that's watching this that could possibly be going through something. Don't go. If y'all don't do it, that is just that problem for right now. You gonna come up with a problem and you gonna get it solved. That's not the end of the world. Being evicted, anything. Girl, but them evictions on your... See, this is what I'm talking about. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day, and I hope y'all enjoy it. I'll catch y'all in the next one. I hope y'all enjoy.